Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I fancy doing a full face Lolo. So this is the look I came up with. So if that sounds like something interesting, then please keep on watching. So I kicked off with the mineral foundation. I have mine in the shade Blondie. I just use my kabuki brush to buff this in. I do think when I pick up a new one, I will go ever so slightly lighter. I think I got this one back in the summer where I got a little bit of colour. So it's just a little bit too dark for me right now. I do take it down the neck, but yeah, I think I'll go for a slightly lighter shade next. And then going in with a mineral concealer, again in the shade Blondie, but this is a much lighter shade than the foundation. I don't know if that's an intentional, to have it slightly lighter as a highlighting effect, but yeah, it's ever so slightly lighter, and I'm just using my setting brush just to buff that in under my eyes and then on any redness and blemishes that I have as well. Okay, I'm going to take the Sculpt and Glow contour kit next. I'm taking what is technically the contour shade, but for me it's too warm, so I use it more as a bronzer. And I'm actually just going to bronze up the perimeter of my face. I don't tend to do bronzer during the winter time, but I fancied adding a bit of colour to my skin. And then I moved on to the cream products. So this is the lip and cheek tint in Azelia. This is a gorgeous shade for the winter. And I'm just using Real Techniques sculpting brush just to stipple this onto the cheeks. And as you know, I discovered back in the summer that cream products work really well on top of this mineral foundation, which makes me very happy. And then to finish off the skin, going in with the Illuminator in Afterglow, just pop it on the high points. I did notice, I think they've brought out a third shade, which is a bit more of a pinky tone. So that could be quite interesting for those who prefer the slightly more icy or pinky tones. There is the option out there. I don't know what it's like. But yeah, they've just brought out a third one, which I think is really nice. And then that is the base portion done. So my skin looking nice and glowy, but nice and set. Now the two products I don't have from Lolo currently, one being eyebrows. So I've already filled those in with my usual go-to products. And one being mascara. So those are the only two products that aren't Lolo. But next we're going to go into eyes. So I'm taking the eye primer. And then I'm going with mineral eyeshadows today. So I'm starting off with soft brown, just a nice like light, warmish brown. I'm using a really nice fluffy brush, I think it's Bedelium Tools, and I'm just popping this into the crease to create a nice wash. So I just stick the brush directly in the crease and just do circular motions just to buff it out. I'm not being particularly specific with this, I just want to create a nice wash into the crease. Now this brush must have had some glitter on at some point because the shadow is definitely matte. But as you can see, there is some glitter transfer onto the eyes. I did go in with a second coat and more focus on the outer portion just to deepen up slightly. And I ran a little bit along the lower lash line too. And then going back in with eye primer, I did this because I'm going with a shimmery shadow next and I wanted just a bit more sticking power, and this will help the shimmer really pop as well. So I'm going with Khaki Sparkle today, a gorgeous like olivey green sparkle shade, using a flat brush, and I'm really pressing this onto the eyes. This will help the eyeshadow stick to the primer and really get some pigment going, but also it just prevent any fallout as well under the eyes. So yeah, I just go ahead and just pat this into the eye primer and really kind of build up. Only on the lid am I focusing this for now. And just building up nicely. But it's a gorgeous shade and kind of nice for an autumn winter look. I'm just taking the brush I used earlier just to kind of soften the edges into the soft brown shade. Then I'm going to get the shade Orchid, which is quite a bright white, and I just wanted it to highlight the inner corner. So I do take a small amount and pop it in the inner corner, but what I will do in a minute is take my finger just to diffuse it slightly, because as you can see it's quite a bright shade. I don't want it too bright, so I'm just going to take my finger just to help diffuse out. Okay, taking the black eyeliner, and I'm going to use this along my upper lid, just on the outer portion, just to really emphasise the lash line. And I also take it into the waterline as well. And now I'm just taking a pencil brush because I wanted to really buff it out and smoke it out. So I'm just going back and forth along the black shadow, black light pencil. I'm not going to bring it any higher up, just want to soften it. And I buff it out along the lower lash line as well. And I do actually take the brush, which I use for Khaki Sparkle, and anything left I buffed along there, just so there's a pop of a green sparkle along there as well. And that completes the eye. So like I said, I just went in mascara. I don't have a Lily Lolo one, unfortunately, at the moment. So I went in my Ilia one, but that is the eye portion done. Okay, for lips, taking True Nude lip liner, and I use that to outline my lips, but also fill them in as well. And then I do just take a lip gloss. So I'm going in with Whisper from Lily Lolo, which is my favourite lip gloss. And then that completes this look. So a nice, deep, smoky look, perfect kind of like a wintry day. I was really fancy doing a full face of Lily Lolo. So that's this video complete. I really hope you enjoyed. Leave any future requests for videos down below, any comments, any questions. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.